Welcome. We are Ruiz-Healy Art, and this is the current exhibition at our San Antonio gallery, La Nave Va. The title La Nave Va is an Italian phrase taken from a Federico Fellini surrealist film that translates to "and the ship sails on" or "life goes on." The exhibition captures the overthinking, daydreaming, and fantasizing that has come from these strange times as life begins to open up again after the pandemic year. Our first artist shown here is Leanne Lester and her Blind Diversification series. Leanne Lester has been part of the gallery program since 2014. Her works are reflections on the passage of time during isolation. During this time, she combined new materials with old techniques, bringing her a quote, sense of newness that felt like moving forward, unquote. Next, we have Fernando Andrade, one of our guest artists whom we have worked together within the past, showing us two of his works, Espacio 80 and Suspended Thoughts, Dysphoria. His colorful, improvised abstract paintings help channel the world around him, relieving the anxiety and stress caused by the overwhelming statistics and news during the year 2020. Following, we have Mark Schlesinger and his colorful, masterful work, Some Lovely Presence Suddenly Declared. The title was taken from a poem and references hopefulness after the dislocation brought on by the pandemic. Here we have Cassie, Only Slowly Do the Rays of the Sun Drive Away the Night, and Usher in a New Day. This vessel is part of a series of ceramics and woodwork that the artist has been devoted to do for the last year or so. Next to it, we have another guest artist, Ana Fernandez, who we are delighted to be working with for the first time. Her two watercolor paintings, Vendors and Associates, are inspired by her work as a local business owner. In these works, she creates a boundary between the viewer and the outside world, a metaphor for the boundaries created by the pandemic and reinforced by things like social media. Following, we have the work of Cristina Muniz, a guest artist who said that the past year has helped her slow down and reevaluate her artist process. During the pandemic, she created these small abstract works, Organized Pain, Ode to Vessel, and Washgate. Other works by Cassie are twin vessels for the ghosts of what was lost. These vessels are inspired by the February snowstorm in Texas, which, as we know, was an unprecedented natural disaster. Next is Richard Armendaris. Printmaking forms a large part of his overall, and shown here is Point of No Return and Do Not Count Us Out. Using text and references to ceremonial vessels, the works convey a multiplicity of meanings, in the words of the artist, ranging from the cries of protesters in the streets to the last words of wisdom from a loved one. This is the last piece from Nate called Twin Vessels, with a landscape reflecting the moon. He tells us that vessels are vase forms one might use to display a large flower arrangement, but they are empty, which speaks of loss or mourning. Next, we have César Martínez, who has been with us for several years. We have two of his drawings, Fulana and Veterano. César is known for his facial features work, which, although they are not individualized, can remind someone of a friend or family member. This is the titular work by Cecilia Biagini, La Nave Va. Cecilia has been with us with the work we have been working together since 2007. And comments how her paintings is about construction and the unpredictability of paint to transmit motion. From afar, it might also look like a ship ready to set sail. Here is another print by Richard Armendaris, Muro Hopper. Muro Hopper is a reference to healers or curanderas, who do not recognize borders and have moved back and forth with few restrictions. Today, of course, the environment of the border is very different. This woodblock print speaks to the separation of families and the adverse effects on the natural environment along the Mexico-US border. The final piece here is by Cecilia Biagini, titled Full Meaning. This completes our tour of La Nave Va. Thank you so much, and we hope you will come to see the show. It will be on view until August 14th.